I think we are live. Just give it a couple of moments for people to catch up. If we can. We are live. Right. We've already got people. We're a little bit early by a minute or two, so and this is only going to be a short, relatively short live stream, people. So we've got one person watching from Facebook, a couple of people watching, 3 or 4 people watching from YouTube, and already comments have been coming on thick and fast while people have been waiting patiently. Hi to Luke. Anglo detected unearthing our past is on. We're jumping up to double figures nearly on people viewers. We'll wait till it gets up a bit because I don't want to get into a habit of repeating myself time and time again with these live feeds. But like I said earlier, it's not going to be as long. Don't worry, folks. It's not going to be a long one. It's only going to be literally half an hour or so at the most. Hello, hi. I haven't a clue. Who? Louise. Hi, Louise. Future beeps. Oh, why not put him up, Mr. Rushton? What's up, my diggers? Hope you're all well and being lucky. If we're lucky enough to get out, detecting that is the ground, and the ground is red hot. It's red hot. The weather's red hot. The ground's rock hard. There you go. Hi, David. Sir. Evening, guys. Ass chewing underpants weather today. There you go. I'm not 100% sure if I should have read the whole thing out, but there you go. Good evening, Graham. Hope you are well. Yes, all pretty good. Pretty good this end, sir. Yes. Not too bad. We're up to 16 people already, and we're only sort of in it for a minute. Now, as the numbers increase, just let me have a little check what we've got. Yeah, we've got pretty much side by side Facebook and YouTubers. Just a quick heads up. Well, there's 2 things. There's 2 topics. The reason why I'm doing it live today is because I've been prompted to do it from our magazine editor, who helps me stitch together the wonderful Detectorist Magazine. And just to say that the Detectorist Magazine is out this month, at the end of this month, everybody. So the ones that, well, we've got thousands and thousands of subscribers to it already. But we are able to squeeze in another couple of, just let me knock this off. We are able to squeeze in another couple of articles. Actually, we've put a couple back to August for reasons best known to myself. One of them is my book. It will be up till August, so we're about to take that article out. So we've got room, folks. What I'm trying to say is we've got room for articles for the Detectorist Magazine. So if any of you wonderful people watching this have got any fantastic detecting related stories or finds that you need or would like to feature in the Detectorist Magazine, you can drop me an email with a very short write-up. It doesn't have to be War and Peace, with a couple of nice images of your favourite find, and we can actually place this in the Detectorist Magazine. He's bound to have one. Kev Irwin, yeah, Kev will have one, yeah. So what I'm trying to, Melanie's lost my train of thought there, butting in. So if any of you have got any articles that you would like to be featured in the Detectorist Magazine, we've still got a couple of weeks left to squeeze a couple in. The reason why we're wanting more articles is because we've got to build on what we're trying to achieve with the Detectorist Mag. It's already been a massive success, and each one we want to be better than the last, if that's possible. We've set a really high bar with the magazine. The first one was absolutely epic, and the ones since have been the same. So if you've got any really smart stories or you've got really smart finds that you want to share, if you can drop me an email, folks, on uneartheduk@gmail.com, So if you've got a pen, if any of you have got a pen, I'm not sure if anybody's actually listening to this, but if you've got a pen, jot down my email, uneartheduk@gmail.com, and just send over images and a short story of your favourite find, and we'll publish it in the Detectorist Magazine. I think we've got maybe two or three slots available to fit in some short stories. So there you go. So if you've got anything that you would like in the Detectorist Magazine, which is, like I said, is due out this month, end of June. We're about to take out the article and information regarding the beginner's guide or the guide to metal detecting book, because that's not going to be out now until August. So there you go. If you've got any stories, fire them over to me at uneartheduk@gmail.com. If you haven't subscribed to the metal detecting, the Detectorist Magazine, you can do it via my website. If you go onto the Unearth website, you'll see the toolbar at the top. You can enter your email address there, and the magazine will be sent directly to you free of charge. So there you go. We've got several thousand subscribers already to the magazine, but it would be nice to get more. Why not? It would be nice to get more people subscribed to it, and it's a fantastic free magazine for all detectorists to link in with, not just in the UK, but we have subscribers and readers in a lot of other countries, including the USA, Europe, and Australia, New Zealand. So, and if I've left anybody out, I do apologise. So yeah, if you've got any stories that you want submitting to this month's magazine, we have got some really sort of exclusive stories in this month, which a lot of you people will be interested in seeing. A rather special discovery will be announced in this month's mag. So fire it over, folks. Any nice... I'm just going to put this up on the screen because Melanie's talking to somebody. Hi, Lou and Adrian. So I guess she's speaking to people that are linking in. Future Bleeps, where can I subscribe to the said magazine? Well, if you go onto the Unearth website, I'm not sure what name you are, sir, so I'm just going to call you Future Bleeps with that robotic face, which reminds me of the Smash adverts from the 70s, whether it is or whether it isn't. Who knows? Melanie reckons it is. If you go onto my website, Unearth website, and you look at the top toolbar, you'll see a little box asking you to put your email address in. You submit that and you become subscribed to the magazine, and you'll get the magazine sent bi-monthly to your email via PDF. It's a fantastic, honestly, we put so much work into this magazine, it's unreal. And it's a massive, it's a huge, well, it's already proving extremely popular. What we've got here is Graham Rushton is getting good at this. Well done. I'm not sure who that is. Thanks, Adrian. Yeah, it's not as hard as people think, I don't think. You did a finds write-up of mine, was great. How do you set it up? Was the Hamilton Half Sovereign article? Loved it. Yeah, no, it was a good article. So yes. And of course, you've got to remember the Dark Knight Detectorist for Mash Get Smashed. That's it. Yeah, you remember it. You're probably the same age as me then, because it was in the 70s when, well, 70s and 80s when it was out. Wow, I shall indeed subscribe. Why not? What have you got to lose? You're actually tapping into one of the best magazines out there, and we do it basically because we don't want it to be filled full of adverts that people get lost in the pages of advert. We concentrate on real life detecting stories and focus on detectorists. Going back to the grassroots of the magazines used to be in the early days, where it was pretty much all about the detectorists, the finds that they made, information, advice and guidance, etc. So I think this one that's due out this month is issue 5. I could be wrong, it could be 4, but I'm pretty sure it's 5. Melanie will pull me up if I'm wrong. But yeah, any articles that you guys have got, because we're up to 28 now, people watching in. I can tell you who, from where. Yeah, we've got more from, we've got only about six or 7 from Facebook, with the vast majority from YouTube. So if any of you guys want an article publishing in this month's Detectorist Magazine, just ping me an email over uneartheduk@gmail.com and we can get it in. We've got room to get another couple of articles in because we've put some back to August. David Haggerty, the Detectorist Mag, is a great read, and I look forward to it every 2 months. Yeah, bi-monthly, David. I forgot to mention it's a bi-monthly mag. It's a lot of time, effort, and work, but I'm sure it's worth us doing it. Absolutely. Melanie's going to do a write up in it for the next dig. There you go, folks. We've got the Dark Knight Detectorist. Hit the thumbs up, people. Only 7 likes so far. The Dark Knight Detectorist, Jason, just give me some information on asking people to do the thumbs up. Does that help? Does that help these YouTube live streams gather momentum? I don't know. I'm not, because we've only just started doing them. Remember. We've got one there. Look, I've already submitted mine. So there's Darren there. He's already submitted his article. Good boy. That's fantastic news. And, it's all about real life grassroots detecting. Stories from detectorists. No made up bollocks in this magazine. It's all pretty much, of course you can see it, Mel. It's all pretty much, if me and Mel start arguing at any time through it, just ignore and smile. Helps get seen by more people. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, Luke. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, we get lots of likes on the normal Unearthed YouTube channel. Of course, we get hundreds of likes on some of the videos that we do, or some of the films that I do. But this live streaming, I'm not 100% sure how it works. Like Robert said, and thanks for remembering my name. Yes, I do remember. I'm not very good with names, Jason, but I do remember yours. We've got Barbel Mad. Hello, a thumbs up for me. Excellent. We've got somebody giving Mel a bit of a G up. You telling Mel, well, yeah, well, she keeps me in line, or she likes to think she keeps me in line. Mel's hitting them likes. Well done, Mel. So well done. Keep hitting them likes. Keep hitting the likes, folks. Just a recap, because there's more and more people joining. Robert's on. Let me just put Robert up. There he is. Look. If you've got any articles that you want submitting for this month's mag, fire them over by email. There is a link, but I'll have to see if I can get the link put onto the Facebook or the YouTube channel at some point, where you can actually directly fire the article over, which goes straight to the editor. Let me just put a couple of these comments up. You guys stand above everyone else. Amazing commitment to the hobby and things you do. It's very kind words, Andrew. We try our very, very best. I mean, it's a difficult period that Unearth's going through at the moment with the quietness of detecting and things. So we're having to think outside the box a little bit business-wise. But we do try our best. We do try our very best. We were racking our brains today and yesterday about some new things coming up. So hopefully some new accessories and some new products coming out very soon, which will hopefully, fingers crossed, help us in going forward. We need a bigger following. There's no two ways about it. Unearthed has been around for 10 years, but we still need a bigger following. Absolutely do. So while I've got more people on than any period of tonight's live stream, also worth remembering this. We work in partnership with just let me put this up as well. Andrew, I've still not forgot my article. Listen, when you submit an article, it doesn't have to be War and Peace. It can be, we have some people. We have actually some people just sending us images of the finds with no sentences or no write-up or no Word document linked to it at all, which is fine. But it would be nice to just have a few paragraphs of information about the find and where you found it, not where you found it, how you found it, what sort of day it was, when it was, maybe, what machine you were using, if you want to put that in. So it doesn't have to be a big, War and Peace for the magazine. But the more, some of these articles that we've got coming up are huge. So it's nice to have a mix and match of short stories and longer stories, of course. So the second reason, because I said at first we want to talk about the Detectorist magazine and the articles for it, but also, which I think a lot of you detectorists out here will hopefully find interesting, is we've sparked up a partnership with a famous auction house in the UK. Now, this is an auction house that is a very reputable one. And the reason why we've done it is because it's become more and more apparent to me and others certainly over the last 18 months, 2 years, and probably been going on a heck of a lot longer than this, that there's a lot of detectorists that have to sell their coins that they find for reasons such as they can't afford to pay the landowner out, or vice versa. If you find a valuable coin and the farmer wants to split or you've got a 50-50 agreement with the landowner, and you can't afford to pay the landowner out, then inevitably it's got to go to auctions. Well, when I say it's got to go to auction, it should go to auction so it'll realise the best price. However, there's a heck of a lot of people selling their coins to, shall we say, coin dealers and getting pretty much ripped off. So I know some horror stories locally to me and further afield where people have found some really interesting and historically significant coins over the years, and they've had to sell them. They've wanted to keep them in the collection, but because the landowner wants half the value, which he's entitled to, of course, that people have had no choice other than to sell the coins because they can't afford to pay the landowner out. So what's happened is they've found a local coin dealer or a coin dealer in the UK, and they've sold them for a pittance, only to find out that the coins later down the line have gone for 4 or 5 times the value that they let them go for in the first place, which is a real disgrace. People are getting ripped off, and it really aggravates me. It vexes me greatly to know that people are getting ripped off out there when they should be getting the true value of the coin, so the landowner and the detectorists can enjoy the price rather than being ripped off. So if anybody has got a coin that they need to sell, drop me an email, because we're working very closely with the auction house in question. They're a brilliant bunch of people at Dix Noonan and Webb. So, that's the name of the company. And they'll give you really good prices at auction where they can pull people in from further afield and realize the best prices for your coin and artifacts if you want to sell an artifact. But remember, there's too many people getting ripped off by these dodgy, as I call them, coin dealers. I mean, these coin dealers will rip you off and give you the lowest price possible for a coin, and then they'll put them to auction themselves, and then they're getting 4 or 5 times, sometimes 4 or 5 times the price that they got it off you as an individual in the first place, which I think is a disgrace. Absolutely. So if you have got coins that you have to sell and you've got no other option and you can't afford to keep it, you'd love to have it in your collection like we all would. But if if the landowner's demanding his value, which is completely right and above board, just drop me an email. We'll help you all we can. So there you go, folks. It's as simple as that. Can Graham pin the email to the chat? Actually, can I should better put a ticker there. The actual where we are. The actual email, if you drop into Unearth website, the email's on there, uneartheduk@gmail.com. Mel's put it on the chat. I'll put it on. It's that one that, there it is. uneartheduk@gmail.com. Very simple, very easy to remember. Just drop me an email with your article in. We'll get it submitted. If we've got too many, sometimes we get too many articles and we've got to run them over for the next episode or issue of the Detectorist magazine, I should say, and that'll be August. Don't worry about it. You'll still get it in there. We just need to get get more and more articles out there from the wonderful stories of the detecting world. I can put it on the scrolling banner. Yeah, Jason is telling me I can get it on. Let me just see if I can. Hang on, let's just have a look. Don't think I can, mate. Hang on, let's have a look if I can edit it. Yes, I can. We'll take up my website. Let's take the website out and put in unearthed uk@gmail.com. Oh no, not .cobham. Big fingers. Pressing the buttons wrong. So let's have a look if that's worked. There you go, folks. There you go. So uneartheduk@gmail.com. There it is. Look at that. Technology at your fingertips. We've got Dave Chat. There's Chatlook. Hi everyone, Dix Noonan Webb are brilliant. You know, if you need to sell a coin, get in touch. We do work in partnership with Dix Noonan and Webb. You know, if I have to sell a coin because I've got no choice, then I use Dix Noonan and Webb, and we've set this partnership approach up to stop people being ripped off by unscrupulous. Is that the right word? Dodgy dealers. Dodgy dealers, folks. We've got, so that's Tat up there. Stephen, yes, the Knox 800 great machine, all terrain. Treat yourself to a cut, blah blah blah. Yeah, good coils. Them. I did miss a couple of. I do apologise, folks. I did miss a couple of. Stephen Peachy, I think, is coming on now. Hi, Graham, great channel, by the way. Muted detecting been using Simplex for him. Is the Knox worth a £600 price upgrade? The Equinox is a formidable machine. 7 Peachy. Is it supposed to be Stephen Peachy or is it 7? You'll know better than me. Brilliant machines. You've got to get used to them. You've got to make sure you use them correctly. The 600's a good value for money detector as well. Don't forget, don't ever rule out the Equinox 600. And at the moment, it comes with 3 wireless headphones worth 120 quid. So that's a really good, deal. But yes, I use the Equinox 800. I've seen it in action on a hard site where nothing else can touch the hard coins. So there you go. And there's many people that will back me up on that because they were there watching. We've got lots of people coming in. So let's have a recap. Somebody's saying hi there to Hi Northern Detectspert from Jason, the Dark Knight Detectorist. He's a really nice guy, actually. I've only met him recently, and he's a cracking fella. We've got here. Hi Facebook user. I don't know who that is, so I'm not sure who that is. But hi everyone. So let's just have a recap on this information. We've got 40 people watching. Just so we've got that one coming up now. I will send you an email about my fine later. You might be interested. Just remember, Beesrow, it's not me that's buying these coins. These coins or artifacts that people have will go through an auction process, which will realise the best possible price you're going to get for a coin or artifact, and not for the poor detectorists that get ripped off every year by dodgy coin dealers, which I think is a disgrace. So yeah, we can help people. We're here to help you guys realise the best prices. The 600 will keep up with the Knox 800. Yeah, Tap, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. The 600. If you remember that hoard last year on the Unearthed Dig, the 600 was picking them coins up as well. Terrific, mate. Terrific machines. Yeah, I enjoy using mine. All right, Northern Detectspert, don't have the Knox bit for those who do watch a channel. Very informative. Good. That's nice to see that. Tap's getting some good positive comments tonight, which is good. Just on the Equinox theme, folks, because just be patient with learning. Not so goodies will come. First time I used the Equinox, I hated it, and I don't mind admitting that I hated it because I ended up being too smart for my own good, and I thought I could use it in more advanced settings for the first time, and I didn't. So there you go. So I'll keep it simple, folks. That's the best. That's the best advice I can give you. Yeah, I thought it was. Do you know what, Stephen? I thought it was Stephen. Yeah, thanks for the input. Yeah, it's Stephen. Not. Yeah, sorry. I just, when I glanced first and I thought,
No, it does say 7.
It says 7, yeah. And I thought it said Stephen, and I thought, if he's got the word, the word 7 for a reason. David Dickinson's coming on. We've got that. Right, you see, look, Chris Kirk. I remember that hard were a fantastic day and wonderful to witness. Do you know what? It was because not everybody can experience, and I'm going to just press pause a minute. Mel, can you get me a little drink? Just about that much. Thanks, Mel. Not so. I just asked Melanie to get me a drink. So, not everybody, detecting wise, has ever experienced a hard coming up firsthand. So when you get the opportunity to do it, it's a wonderful, it's a wonderful experience for people. And that day, even though it was a cold winter's January, the sun shone. Thanks, Mel. The sun shone for a while, didn't it? Before it went frosty and misty again. But the horde was an incredible, experience for us all, coming up and seeing that in all its glory. So there you go. Fantastic. We'll call next week, David. If I can put David up. My horde of shotgun caps was an experience I'll never forget. Or hey, I tell you. How many have we found of them over the years? There were some bloody musket balls, aren't they? We'll call him next week. We'll send in story. That's fantastic, David. Yeah. A lovely story from David Dickinson would be fantastic. What have we got here from David again? David Dickinson, any metal detecting needs, get in touch with Unearth. Cheapest chips. Cheapest chips. I get it. David Dickinson, yes. The television star himself. Where are we at? I've got loads of comments coming through. So I've got Adrian Cook next. Adrian's a hell of a nice fella. A picture of him with a fish and a cat. It looks like a foreign fish, Adrian. It looks like to me, and it's only a barracuda. But there you go. I might be wrong. Might be completely wrong. Saying hello from Essex, Graham. Hope you're keeping well. Had a 3 hours out in the hot sun yesterday. 3 buttons, a musket ball, and a Vicky penny. Do you know what, Adrian? I bet you still enjoyed yourself, though, didn't you? I bet you still enjoyed yourself. Tat's just coming back on, Dave, the Northern Detectspert. It opened our eyes to the Equinox capabilities for sure. Absolutely. And to be fair, everybody, the Minelab Northern Detectspert, Tat, is far more advanced than me at using the Equinox. I'm really, compared to these guys, I'm a bit of a newcomer to the Equinox, and I haven't actually used it as much as I'd like to because of the dreaded COVID virus. So yeah, I mean, even though I've been using it for 18 months, I've not actually used it as much as I'd like to really get my teeth into the machine. And that's purely down to the fact that the lockdown knackered us all up, didn't it? Apart from the ones that still ventured out detecting when everybody else was under lockdown and decided that they could get away with it for whatever reason because they were exempt. There you go. You know exactly who I'm on about. Had a nice goal find shortly after taking up detecting. I'll send you some pics in a brief about it, see what you think. Hopius Maximus. That sounds very interesting, sir. And welcome to this live show. So we've got, I'm the real deal. He's Armenian. Okay. David, you got to laugh. We've got history. He really knows his stuff on the Knox. Tat, really good to watch. Tat enjoyed that horde. He really did. We all got a bit of, even though I've been detecting 40 odd years, we all got a learning experience off the back of that horde. And me in particular, having to use 7 different machines over the horde site, and not one of them picked anything up. So off the back of that, I did get rid of a number of detectors that I used to use on pasture, and that's down to new technology coming on board, folks. There you go. So recap: 37 people watching. It's dropped down from about 45 for whatever reason. Probably sick of listening to my dull northern tones. So recap. The Detectorist Magazine is going to be out in 2 weeks, roughly 2 weeks. We have got space for a couple more articles. If anybody wants to submit an article of their favourite find, or a find that they've made recently, or a detecting related story, he says swiping a moth at the same time. That's come out of Melanie's purse. Feel free to drop me an email on the email across the bottom of the banner. So it says Unearth UK live stream, and then it's got our email address. Look, unearthuk@gmail.com. Drop us an email on that with some pictures of your wonderful finds, with a short story to go with it, and we'll get your story published in the magazine for detectorists. Not full of adverts. Ground root stuff. We've got a lot of people coming on board, actually. We've got Mark Brown there. Yeah, Tat's videos really helped me with lots of setting and usage. That's good to know, Mark. BK Gamer 1000 with a picture of a simplex on the front. Hi all, welcome, sir. I'm not sure who it is, but welcome anyway. So somebody else has been out detecting. Beats me. I had one button and got bit by horsefly, which are nasty things. Melanie's saying hi to people. Hi back. Hi BK. I think she meant to be saying hi back. Now here's an interesting one. Hello again, Graham. Are you using the standard coil? No, I'm not, Adrian. I've took the standard coil off my Equinox. For those that have been following me for a number of years on the detecting scene, know that I love a narrow forward facing coil or forward leading coil. So the Equinox standard coil for me personally wasn't really up to much. I didn't like it. I don't like fat squashed out coils. I like narrow forward facing coils that lead the way. So at the moment, I'm pretty much using the Equinox on the 10B5 Coiltech coil, which is tremendous for me. We've got Roberts come back in. Hi, Mark. Tat saying thanks to Mark for his kind comments, which is very nice. Just while I've got Tat's name up here, I mean, Tat, I've known Tat for a number of years, and he actually lives quite close to me. He's a decent guy, a good detectorist as well. He has a bit of a fetish about motorbikes, but, you know, we can forgive him for that. But here's the thing. He's got his own YouTube channel where he gives lots of people information and advice on his Equinox and his Vanquish. So if you want to follow him on YouTube, search for the Minelab Northern Detexpert as it's spelt that way. Just click it. Give him a subscribe. Give him a subscribe on his YouTube channel. He deserves it. Great guy. Hello, Graham. Good evening, everyone else. Steve is detecting Scotland. Hi, Steve. I think we spoke to you. Yeah, we did speak to you, didn't we, on Sunday night? David Haggett is back on. Wait till to have to deal with the Scottish midge. Makes horsefly seem like a soft touch. Yeah, no, I can imagine, mate. Yeah, I can imagine. It's not good. They are. BK Game 1000 was out the other day and found my first hammered. How does everyone go about setting an ID? It's my lad's account, by the way. Oh, getting an ID, right? Okay. What I would do, BK Gamer, is I would join. And this is only me. If you want, join the Unearthed. If you're on Facebook, join the Unearthed Detecting Group. Unearthed Detecting Group, and put a picture of it on there, and we'll identify it for you. There you go. All right, Steve. And that's History Revisited. And somebody's just said, cheers, Liam Neeson. Do you know what? Nobody called me that on Sunday night, Tat. But you're the first to call me it. And what does he say usually? If I find you, I will kill you. Melanie's giving it all God in the background. But she knows she likes it, really. Right, yeah, here's one. Has anyone had problems with pairing wireless headphones with the Equinox? Mine pairs, but audio is a bit intermittent or crackly, doesn't always remember pairing. Andrew, I sometimes get a problem with pairing my Equinox headphones. My partner, Gaz, who I detect with, he never does. And the reason is I don't keep my finger on the button long enough for it to pair. So I'll turn it on and I think the red buttons flash. And I should just keep it on for a split second or two longer for it to then go through its process of pairing up with the machine. What I do, I just don't have them on my head. I just rest them on the side of the Equinox over the handle and wait for them to pair. Sometimes it can take up to 30 seconds for mine to pair, and then it pairs and it's okay. Gaz, on the other hand, who I detect with, is pair within seconds and away he goes. So yeah, I sometimes do. Yes, I sometimes do. And it's me being too impatient. I should just keep my finger on the button just that little bit longer, because it's the red lights that flicker, and then there's not a blue light that comes on to say it's matching or pairing. We've got trouble on. We've got trouble on, folks. Sis11. And we've got a little bit of love for Tat there. Great guy, Tat, and one sexy beast. And Melanie has put cringe. We're getting some stick. I'm getting some stick. Graham looked the best as Qui-Gon, if that's how you pronounce it, in Star Wars with long hair. I actually used to have long hair, Luke. I used to have curtains, blonde curtains like that. And everyone used to call me David Beckham because I used to have hairstyle like David Beckham. No, believe me, I did. No, I'm not going to get any pictures that well, like anyway. I'm talking 20 years ago when I was blonde. We're getting a lot of wind-up merchants on now. We've got Tap calling Tom Cruise or Tom Thumb. We've got Melanie's got a comment from Stevie detecting Scotland Evening Mel. The Jedi Detectorist. History revisited. David Beckham, my ass. Believe me, I used to have blonde hair just like David Beckham. We've got Bon Your Bike. And we've got Melanie saying double cringe about that. So there you go. That's what she thinks about the whole story, folks. So recap, we've got up to 44 watching now. We're not going to be doing it as long as the other night, so don't worry, folks. You'll all get to bed on time. I'll watch your favourite television programme at whatever time it starts. But remember, articles for the Detectorist Magazine. If you want any submitting, fire them over to the Unearthed email address that's going across the bottom of the screen now that you can all see. Picture of your favourite find, brief story to go with it. We'll get it in. We've got 2 or 3 spaces left because we've had to move some over to August. And of course, another serious note to stop people getting ripped off by these, these dodgy dealers, these dodgy coin dealers. We work in partnership now with Dix Noonan and Webb to realise the best prices for people's coins. If they have to go to auction, give us a shout. We'll help all we can. Just drop me an email on the same email address if you wish. So we've got Andrew. Andrew must have said something funny because I can't see it, Mel.
He's called Andrew Allen calling you the Jedi Detectorist.
Oh, the Jedi Detectorist. He likes that one, yeah. Yeah, well, there you go, folks. Hi, everyone.
Tess Brown's watching on Facebook.
Is he saying hi, everyone?
Who?
Tess Brown?
Maybe.
Well, I'll just put it up. So we've got that coming up. Just give the MyLab Northern Detect Expert a subscribe, and for the David Beckham hair, as long as you don't have his voice. No, I definitely don't have his voice.
Or his money.
Or his money, Melanie said.
William Morris saying hello.
Hi, William. Hell of a nice fella from up in Scotland. We've got smiley faces from Luke. You know what? We have a bit of banter, don't we, on these live streams? You know, nobody is immune to a bit of banter, shall we say? Trust Melanie to mention bloody money, eh? Do you know what? She's a gold digger, you know, folks. She is. She's not the gold digger like we are. She's a bloody money-making gold digger. I'm only joking, Mel. She threw something at me. I'm with you on the forward-facing coils, Graham. Do you have any? No. Sorry, Chris. We don't have any of the 10B5s in stock, sir. No. We can't get hold of the Coiltech coils for love of money. There's just the demand is just completely outstripped any production of it. So Melanie's getting some. Lol, you go, Mel. Brilliant banter. And then we've got another one behind that from Sis11. 10B5 is king, absolutely king. Yeah, do you know what? I really enjoyed it. It seems to transform the Equinox from, in my opinion, it was slightly unbalanced with the standard coil, and I found it a bit difficult sometimes in certain terrain. But with the 10B5 on, it just seemed to be a much smoother, sharper, responsive detector. Ferret Fangs, hello, Ferret Fangs. That looks like a polecat you've got on your profile picture, or a ferret of some sort. Mark Brown, hi Rob, sorry, just at work, so missing a bit of the live chat. Dark Knight Detector, still using the stock coil for the Knox at the moment. Do you have the 6-inch and the big boy to try out? Soon, yeah, we'll have them in probably end of next week or middle of next week, Jason, yeah. Bit of wind up coming up. Dale, are you tall enough to swing the 10B5? Oh, Robert. And we've got the answers yes. Them polecats are amazing creatures, by the way. You could set up and meet Jedi Detectorist versus the Archaeology Stalker Troll Arc Vader. Yeah. Yeah, Barford himself as well. You know, he could be the dark. He's definitely from the dark side, that bloke, isn't he? So remember, folks, while you're on, keep repeating myself, but it's important. Articles from the magazine, uneartheduk@gmail.com. Fire them over. Short story, picture of one, picture of your favourite find or whatever it might be, or an interesting story about detecting. Fire it over. We've got 2 or 3 spaces to fit people in. And the partnership was set up with Dix Noonan and Webb for people to stop people getting ripped off, basically. If you want to realise the best prices for your coins because you've got to sell them, do it the correct way. So then you won't be like I was when I had to get rid of a coin once to a dealer. And then I found that that same coin within the same year went onto the auction scene and realised an extra 3 times the amount I got for it, which I was really sore. My own fault, I have to say. But I was easily led. Evening, everyone. Hi, Len. Welcome. We've got a Facebook user. Melanie might better give me the information. Magazine is first class, Melanie. Who's that? Not sure who that is. Just says Facebook user. Melanie will give me the information now. It could be a number of anybody. In fact, there's quite a lot coming through, actually, on the old Facebook.
I think it's William Morris.
William Morris, yeah. Thanks, William, for that, and I'm glad you like it.
Phil Price is also on his back. He's just on his teeth, but he's back now.
Just had my dinner, but I'm back now from down south. Who's that?
Phil Price.
Phil Price. Lovely man, Phil. Lovely to see you, Phil. Yeah, William Morris is there. That's good to know. Would love to find a double leopard, wouldn't we all? Ferret fangs, wouldn't we all? Let's have a look here now. Facebook coin groups are rife with people being ripped off. Brilliant idea setting up a partnership with Dix Noonan and Webb. In fact, isn't there auctioneer on Bargain Hunt? I'm not sure, Andrew. I don't think it's him. I might be wrong, but I'm not sure if it's him. I don't know.
You don't watch Bargain Hunt?
I don't. Me and Melanie don't watch Bargain Hunt. No, Bargain Hunt. Which one's that?
I don't know. We don't watch it.
Bargain Hunt. No, we definitely don't watch Bargain Hunt, so I'm not sure who that is. But the good guys. The problem we've got now is, and it's too late now because people have sold the coins to these dealers. And you're right what you say, Andrew. Facebook is rife with people being offered silly prices on coins, only to find that same coin the same year goes into the auction, does the auction rounds or whatever we want to call it, and gets 2, 3 times the price. It's wrong. People should not be ripped off. Sick of people getting ripped off in the detecting game. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. We've had so many scammers on Facebook, haven't we? People getting ripped off left, right, and centre. Melanie's just mentioned something to me that, and I'm going to mention it actually. That the one of the Facebook groups today was advertising a rally. Let me just read this out. If my hoard gets returned to me instead of purchased by the museum, I may get in touch with you for the auction details. The landowner still absolutely, yeah, they'll help all they can, and you will. I mean, chances are, Darren, the museum will come forward with the money, or will want that hoard. But if the off chance it doesn't, we're here to help. We are here to help you, sir. Oh yeah, Charles Hanson. That's right. Yeah, no, we don't get involved with him. And there we've got. I've seen a lot of people lately getting ripped off. It's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. We had one guy with an Anglo-Saxon coin that he needed to sell because the landowner wanted his half, and the value of it he wasn't able to afford to pay the landowner's half. And the landowner wanted it to go to auction, but he didn't actually. He sold it to a dealer. And it was on a social media site somewhere, so I can only presume it was Facebook. He sold it, and the farmer did his research and knew that he could have got more money for it, and he fell out. He lost his permission over it. So there, word of warning as well. He lost his permission over it because he sold it to a coin dealer and got very little money for it. And the farmer did his research and knew that it would have gone for a lot more at auction. And this is where the problems come from. So going back to what Melanie just reminded me of. I had to have a wry smile today, noticing that there was a guy advertising a rally on Blackpool Beach today and charging 15 quid on Blackpool Beach.
Public beach.
Public beach. Right, we've got Liam Salmon. Now, he's a legend, this guy. Liam, he's an absolute legend. Hi, G-Dog. And Mel, hope you're both well. Do you have any luck for sale? Unearthed, as I don't ever seem to find anything. And Graham has more jam than Hartley's asking for a friend. I tell you what, right? I can remember seeing Liam, this guy here. He says, I've got more jam than Hartley's. I remember seeing him not that long ago, not that many moons ago, picking up a rather fantastic gold Celtic stater from a field. So there you go. He has the look of the gods. He has the look of the gods, that man. Good to see you, Liam. I'm holding my own rally in my garden Sunday, 15 quid per detector. Took the shed down to fit in another person. There you go. But, you know, isn't the world of detecting now attracting more and more people that are coming out of the woodwork to make money in sometimes the most peculiar and strange and underhanded ways? Or am I wrong? Maybe it's just me, but that's what I feel. I feel there's so many people out there trying to rip each other off. It's dog eat dog. Luke, you charge 15 quid. Hope you give your mates a discount. £1.50 and I'm in Dale. There you go. You probably, do you know what? Some of them gardens in East Anglia, they hold a lot of rather interesting hammered coins and things, believe me. Whether Dale's does or not, I don't know. He's probably done it to death. Melanie's saying hi to Liam. So welcome, Liam. Yeah, good to see him. Tat's having a right smile at the Dale crack about his 15 quid to detect in his back garden. But, you know, all seriousness, you know, you wouldn't charge anybody, or would you charge somebody 15 quid to detect on your private? Sorry, would you charge somebody 15 quid to detect on a public beach? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't, would you? It's just wrong. We have a rather large rally scene around here. You might know of them, the Special Cake Saga that happened a few years ago and still allowed to continue. Yeah, we don't really get involved in too much rallying games. We just do our own thing, Andrew, to be fair. We don't get involved in much now. Per Anglo detecting on Earth, no. He's caught up on the chat, Luke. But you know, it's a word of warning that a lot of detectorists are coming into the hobby that are new. We don't understand the rules, and they're saying, "All right, well, what that's about? I'll pay 15 quid to go down there, knowing fine well they can detect on that beach perfectly fine without having to be bloody charged for it." You know, it's just wrong. The Sizzle11 again. Dale builders are in Monday. In all seriousness, they are taking 8 inches off my garden in prep for an extension and patio. I think you may find some under there, under your for your extension and your patio, Dale.
Well, that's not just if you can have the 8 inches.
Yeah, you'll have to. Melanie's just said you'll have to ask the builders if you can have the 8 inches off them, Dale. Now listen, it wasn't me that said that. I'm just a messenger. So take your venom out on Melanie, not me, please. I'm having a wee meet on the Air Beach on Sunday with some folk from my wee Facebook group. I'm charging them a Mars bar and a can of Iron Brew. Go lad, David. That's the spirit. See, the thing is about detecting, it can be such a really fantastic social experience for people, meeting new friends, having a crack about detecting, like-minded folk. I'm all for that. Life's too short not to get, not to make these friends in the world of detecting. Jason's back. It's just plain daylight robbery. Even Dick Turpin wore a mask. Absolutely. You just wouldn't do it. You seriously wouldn't do it, would you? Unless he was supplying or providing food or whatever. But even 15 quid to detect on a beach where you could do it anyway. Crazy times, honestly. I'm going to take the tape. I'm going to tape it all off. I basically live on the beach anyway. Do you know what? It's not a bad place to live, mate. You know, on the beachfront. It's a fantastic. Where we are? Hang on. We're getting so many comments coming through all at once, telling Mel to go on. Mel, David Dickinson has emailed an article. That's very kind of you, David. Chase them off with his drone, Luke. Dale will need PPE if they're taking 8 inch off. We may never see him again. Melanie's laughing like hell. Sounds good value. Yeah, he probably. I don't know who said that, but I don't know if value is the right word to use. That would take him to 5'4", Tat said. Dale's gone quiet, by the way. So listen, Dale, we're only joking. What?
He's crying.
He's crying. We're only joking, mate. We're only joking. We're only joking. Well, hang on. Dale, be careful when you take out inches. That's a hell of a drop for you to fall from. Where we are? Oh, there's a lot of banter going on, mate. I tell you, there isn't half a lot of banter. Can I come, David Haggerty? He'll wear his tam o'shanter. Tam o'shanter. We had this the other night, didn't we? Chris Kirk, good lad is Chris. Detecting company in Scotland wanted £200 to teach you how to detect on a beach for 2 hours. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Just eye-watering ridiculous. Thing is, detecting is not beyond anybody to learn. If they're going to do it correctly, you can learn, take your time, learn the machine, reap the rewards. I was showing finds at the local village farm fair. A well-known auctioneer who lives near and is on bargain hunt road trip was trying to get me to sell the Saxon finds to him. Me and the farmer declined. Oh, too right, Stan. Yeah, Stan's lad. Yeah, no, it's, you've got to be careful. You've got to be really careful. There's some people out there just wanting to make a fast, quick buck out of people, and it's wrong. It's just wrong. Maybe they have lost a donkey in a hole from the last rally. Maybe. Pretty consistent at 40 odd people. There you go. Guess who taught Willie the Wizard? David. Yeah. I bet it was you, David. Got to have been you. You're a legend, just like him. I'm damn sure that you are. So some of the used people, let me just have a little scan.
William Morris on Facebook says the detecting company in Scotland want 200.
Oh no, I've read it out now. Yeah, we've got more people watching on YouTube now than Facebook, which is fine. Which is good. We're engaging with the right people. They don't need to pay to learn. There are plenty of fellow detectives who are more than willing to share their knowledge and experience for free. Absolutely. The whole world's about charging people. It's bloody wrong. When I first started out, people called me a geek. It's gone mad for sure. Do you know what? When we first started out detecting properly, Kev, we used to hide it from our friends. So there you go. Fishing was fine. You mentioned the word detecting in certain circles. You were called a geek, train spotter, weirdo, you name it. Then, curiously, years later, the same people that called you these names started detecting. Yeah. I've always avoided the rally scene, to be honest. Always prefer to go it alone or with a friend. Yeah, no, it's the problem is with rallies, I find, if I'm detecting on large rallies, 100 plus, you get pretty much distracted with everything that's going on around you, so you can't concentrate. You can't get your head down and concentrate. Does Stan's lad come from my part of the country, Oxfordshire? Question is to Stan's lad from Len Jackman. I'll keep that up on the screen so you can see it. We may get an answer to it. Len, I hope you will. People can't understand why I metal detect. People still can't understand why I metal detect. Hasn't changed much. No, I mean, a lot of people have this common misconception that detectorists are these guys that are on the beaches with their hoods up, their earphones on or off, going like the clappers along the side of the beach, waving it up at 18 inches in the air or whatever, and just finding a load of junk. And then when they're approached, they sort of like shuffle off and don't say a great deal. The reality is, the amount of people that detect from all walks of life, including, professors, engineers, doctors, you name it, it's the hobby of being. It's the hobby of being. It's the best hobby on the planet. It's the only hobby that will get you near. It's the nearest hobby. Sorry, it's the nearest thing to time travel you're going to ever get. There you go. Unearthing the past. Ferret Fangs would like to detect some of those forests in Germany. Some of the World War II stuff pulling up is amazing. Not keen on rallies. People walk across my line. 700 on Roger Cook, including me. Andrew Allen's disappearing now for his tea. Catch you later. Enjoy your tea, Andrew. I hope it's nice. I've had mine some time ago. What are we on now? It's always a gamble on a rally. Pay your money for the day or weekend. No guarantee. I mean, I've been lucky on some rallies. I've been on some rallies that have been exceptional. I found my first gold hammered on a rally, so I can't moan too much about the rally scene, but you've got to be on the right land. You've got to be on the right land. Oh, Stan's like, I do indeed, Leonard. search between Bicester and Banbury on the farms I do work on. So there you go. So yes, Oxfordshire guy. There, I've just picked up some permission actually in Oxfordshire that I've not yet done. I've got to get down there and do it at some point. I do. When I mention metal detection at work, they all make story noises at me until you show them something fantastic, tat, and then they all sort of wake up to the fact that actually, you know, it's the best hobby on the planet. Make snoring noises. Dale's laughing at tat. Steve Wade's come on. Evening, guys. I didn't know this was happening. No, for those that are just coming on the live stream, we set this up this morning because we want to make an announcement. Well, two announcements for people. The first one was if you want to submit an article for the up and coming Detectorist Magazine, which should be out in a couple of weeks' time, you can do so by sending us a picture of your favourite find with a brief description of it, if you wish, a brief story behind it, if you wish, or you might want to share a detecting story. We can get it in. There's 2 or 3 slots available because we've moved 2 or 3 over to the August one. So you're more than welcome to submit an article in the Detectorist Magazine, and you can do it by uneartheduk@gmail.com, as you'll see that going across the bottom of the screen now, the email address. And we've already had, by the look of it, a couple of stories already. And the second one was anybody that has to sell their coins, don't get ripped off by these dodgy coin dealers. If you come to us at Unearth Direct, we work in partnership with now a very famous auction house, Dix Noonan and Webb, and we can help you realize the best prices for your coins rather than getting ripped off, which will make the landowner and you rather unhappy, because you'll probably see that same coin come up on the auction scene and it will be a lot more money than what they bought it off you for. My only where we are. So only person that thinks I'm a geek is my good wife. Everyone else I talk to is very interested in what I found. There you go, David. I laugh in the face of people that laugh at me for detecting. 19 months later, lots of scrappers laughing now. There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, the amount of scrap that we bloody dig. I mean, would you do it for a job? No, you wouldn't. I've never been on a rally, not sure what to expect, but really hope to be at the Unearth rallies this year. More than welcome. I think that's William Morris Mel, is it?
Oh,
I'm going to gamble. Anyway, it might not be. I've never been on a rally. Yes, I thought it was. But you're more than welcome. We're going to have a weekend of this year, remember, so you're more than welcome to come along to that, William. Bicester pronounced Bister. Ah, right, Bister. Bister is on the local trade tokens. He's on the local trade tokens I've done. That's fantastic. If you're finding trade tokens with your local town, village, or whatever on, you can't beat that sort of history. Unfortunately, up here in Cumbria, they did do trade tokens, but most of them, if not all of them that we find, are pretty much worn out discs. Let me know, Graham, when you come down to Oxford, you might be able to meet up. Yeah, we will. Yeah, no, that'd be nice, Len. Yeah, it's going to be, well, we don't know what it's going to be, but I'll have to touch base with the farmer in the next, couple of months' time, I should imagine, when the crops are all coming off, or the grass is a bit low. But I'm definitely going to get to that farm, yeah. I think it's been detected on before, but many moons ago. So, and I used to do a bit of detecting actually down in Oxfordshire a long time ago, up by the Ridgeway. Yeah, by the Ridgeway. Yeah, I've got a rather interesting story about that as well. Even if I find junk and scrap, at least I'm doing a bit to clean up land and beaches. It's not always about finding treasure. It's about the mental wealth being out in the fresh air and exercise. Absolutely, David. Absolutely, bang on the money. Going to grill some steaks. Take it care. Oh, you lucky man. Enjoy ferret fangs. Rob says, can't wait for the weekend to Unearth Digs. You're more than welcome, Rob. It'd be good to meet you in the flesh. We've got a Facebook user saying spot on. That's fine. We're going to knock it off in about 10 minutes, folks. So anything you need to talk about quickly, you can, but just to have a recap. Unearthed Magazine, The Detectorist. A couple of articles still wanting to be put forward. If you want to put forward an article for the magazine, you can do by the email address below on the live stream link. You can submit it and we'll put it in there for you. And it'll be pride of place, but it's seriously worth subscribing to the magazine if you haven't already done so. We've got an exclusive of an amazing discovery, a truly amazing discovery, actually, that's going to be announced in the next edition. What do we call it, Mel? Not issue, isn't it? Issue, not episode. The next issue of the magazine. So stay tuned for it. And a lot, there's already thousands and thousands of people subscribed to the Detectorist magazine, but let's get more out there. And what's good, we're getting a lot of people from Australia and America subscribing to it as well.
It'd be nice to have a story from over.
It'd be nice to have an overseas story, but I don't think we've got any American. We haven't got any American on tonight. Americans on, I don't think, Mel.
They might rewatch it.
They might rewatch it, yeah, of course. Facebook user, been great tonight. Really enjoyed this. Well done, you both. Thanks very much. I'm not sure who that is, but it could be William again. Where we are? Does Mel go detecting? She does. She's a bit of a fair weather.
In very good weather.
In very good weather. She uses a machine called the Vanquish, the MyLab Vanquish, and the last time she was detecting was on the Unearthed dig up here in Cumbria last year, and she found a silver Victorian pendant in amongst all the rest of the detectorists, and I was quite overjoyed for her, as well as a few more of the other detectorists. And she actually thought it was junk. And when we actually took photographs of it in her hand, she said, "Is that it?" So there you go. If you look on, and she's still not impressed with it. It's got a little bird, I think, a little bird and a little stone in it.
I'll give it the family.
Do you have a showroom shop, Graham? Showroom shop floor, Graham, or is it your shop based at your house? We have a home office, Darren. I think it's Darren, isn't it? And we have a warehouse with a small office linked to that. Where if you look at the YouTube channel, that's where we have a little small office and a warehouse. But because of the coronavirus, because we're not, there's quite a lot of the other dealers don't have anybody coming and going at all at the moment. So, so yes is the answer, mate. Jeff Block's on. Good evening. Got the goodies today, Graham Mel. That's good, Jeff. Jeff was one of the winners, or the first winner actually, of the live stream last week. The Dark Knight Detector is laughing at Mel's comment, saying, "Is that it?" Everybody was over. A lot of people on that dig, Jason, would have been overjoyed finding that little silver Victorian pendant, and she went, "It's a bit grubby, to be honest." Is that it?
I didn't say it like
Is that it? It's a bit grubby, to be honest. Sent you a story. You might be able to use it. No worries. We will, sir. We certainly will. Thanks very much for it, Bizro. I will send you something about that Willy Bud. Lol. I'm not sure what that means. Hang on, let's have a look at this. Great to hear all the banter. Lol. I have no permission. I rely on rallies, and it's been enjoyable as I like going to the pub, but without beer. Enjoy your rest of the night, all. Thanks, Stephen. You take care, my friend. Melanie's got great news, Jeff. And there's another Facebook user giving Jeff the thumbs up for his winning. Where we at? Ken Sampson's on. There he is, Ken. Great picture, Ken. Good evening, all from Dundee, Scotland. Pleasure to have you on here, Ken. Got my name right tonight, mate. There you go. We got there in the end. History Unearthed. That'll be the gold digger in her, Graham. Ooh, Melanie.
Because you said it, and you're going to get a right good idea when you get off there.
Did you hear that? I guess a lot of you people would have heard that rather violent exchange. And believe me, if I step out of line, which I do often behind closed doors, Melanie's got rather large talons that she digs into me. Usually my arm or my forearm or my hand. There's nothing more evil than a woman's nails dug in. Thanks, Jeff Block. I did a surprise visit the local primary school and talk on detecting. The kids and teachers loved it equally, and they were fascinated by the finds. That's good, Chris. It's all about spreading the word of the good work of the detectorists. If you ever get the chance to do schoolwork, do it. And there you go, folks. It's all there for you to see. I'm going to batter him when he's offline. So if you never see me again, or you hear some sinister, something sinister has happened to me, you know who to blame. I'm going under Dale's extension, all 8 inches of it. I'm going to batter him when he's offline. And I've got people saying, "Go, Mel," which is not very nice. and I've got people laughing with smiley faces. So, you know, we'll just put that up one more time for everybody. I'm going to batter him when he's offline. Great. Something to look forward to. No wonder I like to go detecting and bloody fishing. Right, so recap before we disappear, everybody, because it's been a bit of a, you know, we don't want to take too much time. Do you know what? It just goes like that. We only want it to be on half an hour tonight. Recap. Articles for the magazine. We've already got a few coming through. Thanks very much. Emails below on the banner at the bottom. If you want to submit an article for the Detectorist Magazine, do so by that with a picture of your nice find. Happy days. Coins, if you've got any coins to sell, or you need to sell any coins because of the landowner wants his split, don't sell them to these dodgy coin dealers, folks. There's too many people getting ripped off. Come to us and we'll help you go through the auction process with Dix Noonan Webb, and you will get or realise a much better price for it. We've got Melanie saying hi. I don't know where you've seen David Reed at, Mel.
Oh, it's on Facebook.
Dave G. Reed. Hi, Dave. Hi, Dave. I bring nice coin home. The wife always picks her favourite find and uses it. And it's usually an old copper nail. Yeah, no, I understand. I did the same, Chris, last week. Went to a school locally to him and did a talk on detecting, which was fantastic. Graham, it's good to see you. Not ashamed to admit you suffer violence at the hands of a woman. Many hide in shame. Melanie's a formidable woman and doesn't let me get away with a great deal. Here we go, folks. I'm not going to drop off anytime soon because the legend is on. First ever time, the Hunter GT. Now then, I hope he doesn't mind me calling him by his first name, but John is one of the nicest men you'll ever meet in the world of detecting. If a lot of you will know the Hunter GT already because he's got a famous YouTube channel. He tests many nice machines. He uses things like the Equinox and he uses things like the Technetics T2. I think he also uses a Simplex and others. And he really, really, really knows his stuff about detecting. So if you haven't already subscribed to the Hunter GT, go onto his channel, subscribe to him, and you'll watch some really smart, advice-packed videos and films from John himself. Melly's just whispering me. We may be able to get you, if you agree to it, John, in the future. Get onto Sunday Night Live when we do the Sunday night streams, and we'll get you on, and we'll have a discussion about detecting if you wish. But also, more importantly than that, get well soon, because I know you've been in hospital recently, and I hope you don't mind me saying that. One of the nicest men you'll ever meet is John. Seriously, and somebody's already noticed. Legend. There you go, John. So somebody does know you. And again, John, Hunter GT just subbed. We'll watch with interest. Take it from me, John is the man. The Hunter GT is the man. I talk to him quite a lot, or I used to talk to him quite a lot on social media about detecting related subjects, and we've believe me, he knows his stuff. Famous, you are too kind. Well, you are, and you're getting quite a lot of subscribers, John, which is good news. History Revisited has just subbed you, and you know, you're more than welcome to come on live stream with us on a Sunday when you're feeling better, John. And if you can in the future, make it over to come over to the UK, and we'll take you out detecting, John. I know you'd like to try your hand at some of the UK detecting. You're more than welcome to come out with us for a day or three. We'll see if we can get you some Roman coins. You're getting plenty of subs as well. I'll sub too. Well, brilliant, Jeff. Hunter GT is a good guy. He knows his stuff about detecting, and he does many tests on machines and reviews on certain machines as well. And he puts them through the paces. And if they're not so good, he'll tell you they're not so good. And if they're damn good, he'll tell you they're damn good. Thank you. Always willing to collab with the great Graham Rushton. You're too kind, John. I'm not sure about the great bit, but you get well soon, my friend. I hope everything's fine with you at your end. It was a bit of a shock to learn that you were in hospital very recently, and I'm not sure if you're out yet or not, John, but if you are, get well soon, and I hope you recover fairly quickly, or very quickly even. History Revisited, thank you, very kind. Worth popping on, John, as well, because you've got quite a few people subscribing, which is great. But yeah, you're more than welcome. If you ever come over to the UK, the Hunter GT, you're more than welcome to come out with us detecting. We've got one or two people commenting where we are. I think there's another one, another one subbed you, John. So you know, it's all nice stuff, isn't it? It's all good stuff. That's what it's all about. Bit of networking. Captain Network. Changing just slightly. Where we at? The nephew was doing the Tudors in history at school, so give him a display to take with the coins, pottery. The teacher kept asking where I dug them, but told the teacher, Uncle said, say nothing. Well, you know, let me just get rid of that. Yeah, it's sometimes the wise words are the best, aren't they? Oh, Gus is on. Yeah, Gus Parky, nice one, green top bloke. Happy hunting. Nice to see you, Gus. Last time I saw you in the flesh, we were detecting over in the northeast, Gus, actually, and we had a decent day by all accounts. We found some nice things. Good to see you on here, Gus. Hell of a nice fella. Never watched TV, only YouTube, most of it detecting. Do you know what, Jeff? The way television's going and the media and the rubbish that they spout out on certain channels, I'm thinking of getting rid of my television altogether. So there you go. I'm saving myself a hell of a lot of money. Get rid of Sky completely because I'm sick of all this sport crap coming out, all the political stuff, all this bloody, all these bloody snowflakes coming out the bloody woodwork. It's crazy. Melly's telling me to shush, so I'm going to shush about that before I start ranting.
If we get rid of the telly, we'll just have nice chats.
Melly said, if I get rid of the telly, we'll just have nice chats. But, you know, I don't pay my Sky subscription each month to have a load of political crap all over it, telling me to get down on one knee or else, you know, it's just wrong. Okay. Thanks, lad. That's very kind of you, Gus. I hope you're well. I hope you're finding some nice things. You know, I'm pretty sure you're out still detecting about. And there's lots of people saying, well said, Mel, I hope. And we've got more subscribers to the Hunter GT. Just subscribe to the Hunter GT and the Mind Lab Northern Detectorist. So Tat's picked up the sub, and so has the Hunter GT. Do you know what? It's all about networking. It's all about putting the people in touch with the right people in the world of detecting rather than the wrong ones, believe me. We've got Chris Kirk. The legendary Robbie Cole would be a great guy to get on board. Yeah, he would, actually. I don't think Robbie does the live streams, but he will. He's more than welcome to come on. He's a decent guy, is Robbie, by all accounts. We're going to see if we can get him on one of our, if we can get him on the Unearthed Organised Dig or the Weekender, Chris, at some point. I'm sure he will. He's a good guy. Thing is, like about Robbie Cole, I've known him for some time now and spoke to him many times over the phone and things. He loves detecting for just being outdoors and finding whatever he can find. If he finds a couple of Victorian coins or later, he's happy. If he finds a couple of hammered coins, he's happy. Doesn't matter what he finds, he's happy being outdoors. And I love that about him. We've got the Hunter GT back. Thank you all. Very kind of you. I did not mean to steal Graves' thunder. Doesn't matter, John. You're more than welcome on here to steal my thunder any time, and you haven't steal me thunder, or stole me thunder, I should say. You're more than welcome, mate. We're open to all good people on this channel. Robbie Cole is a great one, great character. He is, and he loves his T2 as well. He used to use the Land Ranger Pro, John, the Bounty Hunter Land Ranger Pro, which actually is a bloody good machine. I know the name Bounty Hunter doesn't go down too well in the UK, but it's a terrific detector, actually, and he did well with that. And then he went to the T2 and he's done even better. So he knows his stuff. We've got the Love Robbie Cole's videos. We've got Troubles on. John Branner, Evening Troops. Evening, John. Hope you're well. I think you tagged me in a Facebook post last night, John, but it didn't go down too well with me because I've got rid of the named people on that group now. I'll have to talk to you about that. Well said, Graham. My missus tells me to shut up when I start going on about all the crap. Do you know, you get to a certain age, Stans, lads, that you just can't help rant. I love a bit of rant now and then because the world's changing at a fast pace and I don't like the change. I don't like what's coming. I really don't. But that's obviously for another conversation. I watched Robbie and his mate Tom. Is it Tom? Oh yes, Tom. Yeah, is it from Cheshire, Jeff? Because Robbie goes out from time to time with Craig, doesn't he? As a duo. Craig Frew. Yeah, he's a nice fella. Best hobby ever, getting out and about, relaxing, chilling, nothing like it from a Facebook User Mel will tell me who that is.
I'm not
But she's not on because she's on some sort of shopping channel.
on.
Rob has a unique style in his videos. He does. He absolutely does. He's a great guy. He really is.
William Morris.
Well, William Morris again. Yeah, absolutely, William. It's a great hobby for chilling out. Jeff Block said, yes, it is the guy. I thought it was. So let's recap before I disappear, folks, because I don't want to take too much of your evening up because this was dropped on you at last minute. So it was William. Yes, that's right. Cheers, mate. No worries, John. Recap. Get some articles over to the up-and-coming magazine, The Detectorist, which will be out this month. There's a couple of slots available for anybody to come on and submit an article with their favourite find. Short story to go with it. We'll get it in. Take pride of place in the magazine. We've got 2 or 3 slots available, but I'm thinking after this live stream, we'll have no slots left because it'll be full because people are already emailing. Here's one from Kev. Never feeling you get when you see something looking back at you. I must film finding stuff. Never feeling you. I'm not sure what that means, Kev, unless it's me being thick. Never feeling you get when you see something looking back at you. I must find film. You'll never forget. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I do understand. I do understand, Kev. Never feeling you see something looking back at you. I must feel. Yeah, just do you know what? Filming things coming out the ground and saving them on your computer so you can look back at them when you're older is a really, really good idea because the memory starts fading a little bit as you get older, and we all know that at a certain age. And I like looking back at some of the videos 8-9 years ago when I'm finding stuff, and you videoed them, and it might only be a couple of minutes, but you relive the moment. There's nothing better than seeing that first hammered coin of the day coming up, or a bit of gold coming up, or an artifact. Relics and Roots are giving the thumbs up. Evening, sir. I love your profile picture, by the way. Really cool. Do you believe in licensing other hobbies on the cards? I think they'll try something, Gus, and I don't agree with it. I think they should leave the hobby alone for us to enjoy. We're not doing any harm. It's a harmless pastime. There's those idiots out there, which are a small minority, try to stop us doing what we do. The anti-detecting brigade, which are usually coming from these heritage types, which really annoy me. They don't understand that we save coins and artifacts from destruction every year. And if not, they would never come to light. So my advice would be to them is get your own house in order before you start looking at an easy target like us detectorists. So there you go. Yeah, it winds me up that. No, mate, it's a crazy phone, but yeah, no, I understand what you meant in the end, Kev. I did. Thanks. No, I appreciate it's it's a smart little. I like it. Relics and Roots. I like the name as well. Going back to that, actually, do I believe in licensing hobbies and the cards? They'll try something, Gus. They'll try something. You can bet your bottom dollar, and we need to fight it with all our energy because it's wrong. What we're going to get to in this future, we're going to get that all hobbies and pastimes are going to be restricted because, God forbid, we're outside enjoying ourselves, getting wonderful fresh air, our health and well-being's going up and up rather than down and down. And we've got the opportunity and the chance, just that chance of finding that special find that will bring history back to life to be enjoyed by everybody. But no, they still think we're doing this, damaging this, or, doing something wrong, going places where we shouldn't be going. Most of my detecting is done on arable land where the whole of any past archaeological remains and layers were ruined centuries ago, or many decades ago. So I've never broken through archaeological layers in my life when I've been out detecting. Just the same as probably the vast majority of detectorists, or all the detectorists out there. Leave the hobby alone. Leave it alone. It's a harmless pastime that people enjoy. They ban the hobby, or they try to ban the hobby through means and ways and means, then they'll have a hell of a fight on the back because they'll be plunging people into health and well-being crisis, I'm telling you, because there's hundreds and thousands, thousands of people that rely on detecting for their health and well-being, believe me. Well said, Graham. If it wasn't for us detectorists, then museums wouldn't have half the stuff in them that they do. Absolutely. I mean, you have to walk up and down the museums in this country only to see the wonderful finds. York Museum, for example, Lincoln Museum, Norwich Museum, the British Museum. They've all got wonderful finds made from detectorists, but how many of them actually get mentioned in the glass cabinets, the names. Not many, which I think is bloody wrong. We aren't an easy target. We'll fight all the way. Go lad, Dale. Well, we will. Well, you know, we'll get on the backs of our MPs. That's what we do. If they try to legislate this hobby in any way, shape or form, we, all of us, have to stand together, shoulder to shoulder, and fight. And the way we do it, we hit them where it hurts. We get onto our local MPs and get them on the board with it. The Portable Antiquity Scene has been too successful. They're surprised at the number of fines we've made, and now they want to police us. Well, you know what? You know, it's just absolutely ridiculous. I invite any of these anti-detecting brigade lot to come out with me for a day's detecting, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, coming off the fields at 5 o'clock, absolutely knackered, with a pocket full of lead buttons and shotgun shells, and then they'll see the real side of detecting. You have to be careful not to break something that isn't already broken. Absolutely, Jason. They're not exactly careful on Time Team when they go in with the excavators. I've watched Time Team before. If you look at one of our past YouTube videos, we did a video of one of the early Time Team films where they were driving a digger across one of these Roman villa sites and plunged or scraped the first 2 foot off with a bloody big mechanical digger. You tell me that's not damaging archaeological layers. You know, it's just absolutely madness, isn't it? I mean, you know, it's just crazy. Best hobby leave us. It'll never stop anywhere. My only getaway. The problem you've got with really restricting the hobby of detecting would be plunging it into the dark side. And that's not where any of us want to go. Just keep us doing what we do. We'll keep recording the finds and reporting the finds in a responsible manner. The night hawkers that get caught are not detectorists anyway, so they're nothing to do with us. Let the law deal with them and let us get on with our hobby of bringing history back to life and showing the world what we find. Breathe, you're right. Oh, hey, honestly, mate, it winds me up. It absolutely winds me up. Best hobby leavers, we put that already up. Sorry, I'm going backwards instead of forwards. They never even search or detect the spoil they dig up with the excavator. Playing wrong in it. The problem is, there's an air of elitism about it. So these, you know, the archaeologists have been through the college and university side of things. They've got the qualifications, so they're on that platform already. They're on that plinth, and us working class detectorists at the bottom, you know, doing what we do. And I think a lot of people think we shouldn't be doing it. I really do. Passion right there, Graham. I'm with you 1,000,000%. Listen, we've got to fight. We've got to fight. You know, it's just crazy to think that there's people out there that want us banned from doing what we do. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is some right plonkers in the hobby of detecting, by the way. I'm not blind to the fact that there's some right pillocks out there. I could write a book on how many pillocks are in this hobby, believe me. But I have to say the vast majority of detectorists are honest, law-abiding people that just want to, they're not interested in how much these coins or artifacts are worth. What they're interested in is the history. You know? You're right there, David. I get you right. Okay, great. I'm glad Gus lit the fuse there. He really got me sort of on my old soapbox a little bit. It brought me back to my trade union days, that where, you know, I used to stand up there and give it about pay rises and terms and conditions and things. They were the days. How different it is now. What I would like the most is what I like the most is what we do is for everyone that will abide by rules. Yeah, it's just, you know, I meet so many decent, law-abiding, wonderful people that detect, and they detect because they want the mental health improving, they want fresh air, they want, you know, but the most of all, they enjoy what they do and bringing history back to life, and that's what it's all about. It's all about detecting and all about doing the right thing. Another book in the pipeline. See your first one out first. Yeah, no, listen, I'm still peed off about that book being put back till August. It happened to a model aircraft flying. We all now have to take a test and fail. It's absolutely wrong, Simon. Absolutely wrong. I mean, I'm not a model aircraft flyer, but I do have friends that buy detectors off us that fly model aircrafts, and they've gone through the same problem. You know, it's a pastime that they've enjoyed for decades or whatever it is, and then all of a sudden they have to take a test and pay for the pleasure. It's wrong. It's just another example of squeezing money out of the working class. Yeah, history over money all the way. Absolutely, Jason. Yeah. So the 100 GT's back on. Seems jealousy from the Archie community would be easier to utilize the Detectorist ability side by side, a shake of the hand. Absolutely. I mean, some, don't get me wrong, some Archies do really sort of, relish the work that we do and see the value of it. But it's the heritage types that don't like what we do. They really have got, and usually they've got doctor, or professor before the names. Now you're all fired up. You might stand a chance against the mighty Mel. No, even turning into the Hulk. Believe me, Melanie's got them talons that'll do some serious damage. Be worth it.
Rant all night, you'll be sleeping with a dog.
If I continue to rant all night, I'll be sleeping with a dog. The Love Time team, when they find something that takes hours ID, my missus turns to me and, haven't we got one of them on the draining board? Usually a bit of pot mark, probably. I mean, I can understand them getting excited about a piece of Saxon pottery or Bronze Age beaker, fragment or whatever it might be. But, the real work's done by the Detectorists. We're the real soldiers, aren't we? The soldiers of the soil. The amount of treasures in museum found by Detectorists is unreal and something this country and folk should be proud of. Often these treasured treasures are hidden miles known sites. The thing is, you're right what you say there, Gus. It should actually be something that's celebrated, the work of the Detectorist. We should have community awards, and I think somebody said that to me once. So that's not my line. I'm taking it off somebody else. But Detectorists should be commended and awarded community awards for doing the sterling work that we do, for the country to enjoy the history that bringing back to life. These people that wander around museums and look at all these wonderful finds don't necessarily know that it's been made by a Detectorist. It's wrong. It's bloody wrong. Graham could turn it to the Hulk, but Mel would probably go all Thanos on him. Is it Thanos? I think it's Thanos, isn't it? Even I at my age knows what that is. Yeah, probably, mate. And they've downsized Hulk too much away. No, I understand, Gus, what you meant. Yeah. Soldiers of the Soil, good name for a club. There you go, mate. That's what we are. Pilgrims of the Soil or Pilgrims of the Plough. There you are. Pilgrims of the Plough. Every time that plough goes in, we're behind it, following like a bunch of pilgrims. Right, folks, I'm going to knock it on the head. Thanks for watching. Get your articles over. Remember the coin stuff. Watch it again if you wish. Good night. Lovely to see you all. See you next time. Bye for now.